Thought I'd do some grocery shopping. I'm at Wegner's, and my wife wants some vegetables for crudité. She loves salsa. Yeah, there's salsa there. $6? Must be a shortage of salsa. Guys, that's $20 for crudité, and this doesn't include the tequila. I mean, that's outrageous. And we got Joe Biden to thank for this.
If you say you think the word of steelworker, what words come to your mind if you say steelworkers? Of all the words that bring to your mind when you hear the word steelworkers, does the word crudité come to your mind? That's not a word that's going to come to my mind. Crudité.
Joining me now, my friend Salena Zito, obviously author of the great book, The Great Revolt. You can read her writing everywhere. Just go to salenazito.com. Highly recommend you sign up for her newsletter. Salena, okay, so crudité, probably not really in line with Pennsylvania values as somebody who's from that region. The other guy can't talk. Exactly what are they doing in Pennsylvania these days?
Well, that's why everyone should go to salenazito.com, because I've been reporting across the state, several thousand miles, driving around with Dr. Oz as he goes around and talks to people in the counties, in particular the counties that will bring home the vote, right? Luzerne County, Erie County, Northampton County, Washington County. And he's been interacting with the voters. He's been out there every day since right after 4th of July. The crudité thing is what I call the very online part of the cycle, right? This is what people who live on Twitter, no offense to people who do, but that is what they're talking about, the sort of the blue checks, the activists. However, that's not something that has sort of penetrated with the voters. Voters are talking about who's talking best about inflation, about crime, which is out of control in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia and everywhere in between, and also the impact that the border has in Pennsylvania. Why do you think the border has an impact in Pennsylvania? It's so far from our southern border. The impact is in fentanyl and the skyrocketing overdose and deaths from the influx of the drug across the border. And so these are the things that voters are talking about. Fetterman has tried to make everything sort of about the silly season, about tweeting. He's unable to speak longer than anywhere between 4 to 7 minutes. Both events that I attended in both Erie and there in Pittsburgh, he does not take questions from the press. And he's unable to get out there and listen to voters. Oz, on the other hand, has. Fetterman spends his time tweeting like Trump, just like throwing zingers out all of the time. But the issues are very important right now, and voters are thinking about that and not whether someone said crudité. And by the way, that video, for context, that was made back in April. And it was done as a joke. And of course, you never do a joke because it turns into a campaign video against you. And as Dr. Oz said to me, he goes, that was a bonehead move. So, I think this race is much different than what we are seeing reported 30,000 feet, from people's computer in the Washington Post and New York Times newsrooms.
Okay, Salena, I need you to expand a little bit on Fetterman for me. This is your area, and obviously you're always wired in politically, but a lot of people don't live in Pennsylvania. They don't know this guy. I know he had a stroke. You said he can't talk very long. He doesn't answer questions. What do we know about his physical health? Lord knows we don't need another person who's practically dying while he's in power.
We don't know anything because they've been incredibly... they have not been transparent at all. All they keep saying is he's in good health and he's doing fine and he's recovering and he's going to win. Those are basically the 4 points that they make. I find it completely frustrating that the sitting lieutenant governor of my state has not released any information about his physical health, but the reporters in Harrisburg and throughout the state have not pressed on it. I have pressed the campaign on it. I have pressed him personally, and I haven't gotten anything.
Okay. Oz. I've heard all the things against Oz. Not a huge fan personally admitting that, but I've heard about he's just out of state, too snobby, not very Pennsylvania. You've been with Oz. Is he resonating? You said he's out there traveling with people. That alone can earn you a lot of goodwill, just putting a hand in someone else's. Is he resonating? I mean, he's a charismatic dude. He was on TV forever. Everyone knows people on TV are the best.
Actually, he is. You know, I was very skeptical of his candidacy. I was very skeptical of his ability to relate to people. Turns out I was really wrong. And watching him dodging cow pies at the farm show, on farms or with people in their cities, he just like jumps out of his car and just starts talking to people at unscheduled trips. And people respond to him. People respond to him positively. He was walking around Kensington, Philadelphia, a majority black neighborhood, just popping into barbershops and talking to people on the side of the, on the sidewalk. What I found really compelling is his curiosity. That is a quality that most politicians do not possess, but is a very important quality. Because when you have curiosity about the people that you're meeting and about their lives and about why do they live here, why have they made the choices, that resonates. And it doesn't just resonate with the person that they're talking to. That story then goes out in sort of like a pebble dropping into water. People pass that experience on to their friends and their community.